सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवबादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। येरिमे गुरुपूर्वपदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्यात सर्वेदान्तास्तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षे नमः। 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 ओम श्री पतंजलि महर्षे 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 नमः। ओम श्री व्यास महर्षे नमः। 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 समस्त योगाचार्याणां वेदांताचार्याणां कृपया योग वेदांत उक्त परमात्मनो सिद्ध्यर्थं योग दर्शनस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम अथ पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शनम समाधिपादः। प्लीज चैंट फर्स्ट टू सूत्रास 3 times. ओम अथ योगानुशासनम। ओम अथ योगानुशासनम। ओम अथ योगानुशासनम। योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः। योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः। योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः। These sutras of Patanjali we are trying to understand through Bhagavan Vyasa Bhashya. So the summary of so far what is seen in 1 minute, if you want to see, is what? Our self is pure. We have to realize it for our own liberation. But now we are lost in the chitta and its vrutthis. Through the chitta vritti nirodha, we have to establish in the self. That is a goal. And for doing the nirodha chitta vrittis, it's not just like that. You have to thoroughly, exhaustively understand about it. So then, in that effort to understand it, we saw the chitta is in its own pristine form, is sattva-guni, therefore ekagra, therefore it should have the samprajnata yoga and asamprajnata yoga. Instead of that, it is in anekagrata and the mudhata because of rajas and tamas. What are the lakshanas when the rajas tamas independently or together attack the basically sattva-guna chitta? We have seen it. Then, when purely sattva-guna is there in the chitta, at that time, swarupa pratishtha ke saath saath, that ekagaromika chitta is doing these two things we saw. One is sattva purusha anyata khyati. Sattva purusha anyata khyati. Then that chitta only called as at the samprajnata sthiti, and that alone become helpful for the asamprajnata. At this junction, when the word first time introduced Purusha, then what are the lakshanas of the Purusha? To tell better it is if it is told in the beginning only. Therefore, the Vyasa Bhagavan has given these are the lakshanas of the Purusha. Keep it in mind. That is our goal. Reaching to that is our goal, not struggling with the chitta and caught up in the chitta only. So this we have discussed yesterday, day before, about the Chiti Shakti. What is this? Aparinamini, Apratisankrama, Darshita Vishaya, Shuddha, Cha Ananta. So each of the word we have explained. Why Chiti Shakti or Chiti Shakti of Vedanta Yoga is Parabrahma or Paramatma of the Vedanta. Okay? There is no difference at all. Here it's called, the word used by them is Chiti Shakti. So Chiti Shakti Aparinamini, we have seen that it doesn't go through any modifications. It remains like that only, not unlike the Chitta goes through variety of Vritti because of the variety of Guna. Aparinamini. Then Aprasankhya, that there is no movement in that. There is no agitation in that. There is no kriya in that. And also there is no lepa in that. This is called apratisankrama. Then the third one is what? Darshita Vishaya. It just visualizes the Vishayas shown by the Vritti or by the Chitta, having them in its own womb. Chitta. In the Chitta, there are Vrutthis. In the Vrutthis womb, there are the Vastus. The Vastu can be an object with its colors or the shapes or sizes. Everything is Vastu only. And what the Vastu contained in is called is Vritti. And then the Vritti is nothing but Chitta. Chitta किसी न किसी विशेषण वस्तु के द्वारा वृत्ति बनता है. Even if this one is able to catch, he will know the mithyatva of the Jagat. Jagat is nothing but our own thoughts. Thought is nothing but our own chitta. Chitta is nothing but the extroverted chitta consciousness. The dichotomized extroverted chitti is called chitta. Then disturbed because of some impression and getting a shape is called as a vritti. And the whole world is nothing but vritti. There's no world when we don't experience the world. Is it not like in deep sleep? And we can never experience the world without the vrittis or the thoughts. Therefore, where is the whole world? Only in the vrittis. And where is the vritti? In the chitta. Where is chitta? It is in chitti. This gives such a clarity regarding the world. And when one establishes this knowledge, he will never be in the delusion of taking the world as real and giving it value and running behind it and getting frustrated. ये सब तमाशा अंदर ही हो रहा है. इट हैज नथिंग टू डू विद द ग्रॉस बॉडी एंड ऑल. चित्त में ही बेवकूफियां हैं, चित्त में ही वासनाएं कामनाएं हैं. चित्त के कारण ही हम शरीर को दौड़ाते हैं और बाद में जब असफल होते हैं चित्त में ही हम दुखी होते हैं. All drama is in the mind. Everything is in the mind only. There is nothing other than mind. This we can slowly accept, understand and accept and make our life very lighter. Like there's nobody you to me other than my own thought. From this body drishti, I say you are there as that body. But when I am understanding you as you are seated there and with that body, where is your understanding happening to me? In my own chitta. And with reference to what? This body of mine. And where is this body to me? It is also in my own chitta. Dekho? If the thought is not there, will I be aware of this body like in sleep? There's no thought, so I'm not aware of this body. And I'm not aware of others also. So this is called the meaning of going into subtle from the gross. In that effort, the undue value importance given to the gross is dropped. We enter into the understanding and acceptance of subtle. Then there we work out. All meditation or spirituality is working subtly, not gross. Gross work belongs to Karma Yoga and all, where from extrovertedness we are brought to introvertedness. From the gross to travel to subtle, all these are told. Once we come to Sukshma Sthiti, there is no thing outer world for our sadhana. It's all in the mind only later on. बंधन इस मन में ही है, मोक्ष भी बंधन मन में है. मोक्ष के लिए साधना भी अंदर ही होता है. By the way, keep that. Some other time when it comes, we'll discuss at length. So here we have seen the 5 things of the chitti. Aparinamini, apratisankrama, then darshita vishaya, then shuddha and anantata. Ananta is there is no seam or end to it. Shuddhata means it has no prakriti with its 3 gunas in it. Then darshita vishaya is what? The chitta vishayas or vrittis are shown to the Chaitanya Atma for their existence. Chitta with its vrittis cannot stay without they being certified by this Chaitanya, the Chitti, the Paramatma. And is the Chitti or Paramatma going through those modifications like the vritti? No, it doesn't go. It just remains there. Asnan anyaha abhichakashiti. It only illuminates it. That means of darshita vishaya. Apratisankrama is what? Movementless, actionless, lepanam rahitam. Sankraman means what? The vrittis of the chitta, though the chitti illuminates them, will not influence the chitti. Yesterday we gave toward the end the examples of so many that our body is changing, our mind is changing, our emotions changing, our intellectual concepts are changing. But the fellow who is illuminating all of them, Chiti, is always aprati sankrama, aparinami aprati sankrama. That we have to discover. But that we are not discovered because we are lost in the outer world through the chitta vrittis. Therefore, drop the outer world, come to the chitta level, then do the nirodha of the vritti of chitta, then reach to your own self. This is what is the yoga darshanam precisely. So having said this yesterday, now a important discussion is taken up for 2-3 minutes. Important. What is that? Ki sattva guna atmika cha yam atah viparita viveka khyati iti. Okay, a step before Swarupa Avasthiti is called what? A very wonderful state. The word used for it is called Viveka Khyati. Khyati means understanding, clear understanding, crystal clear understanding, specific understanding. The meaning of the word Khyati. Of what? Viveka. What is the Viveka Khyati? That was said earlier. Sattva Purusha Anyata. That is Viveka Khyati. And to reach to this level that the Sattva is different, Purusha is different, specifically in our clear understanding is a great, great sthiti. Yet, at that Viveka Khyati level of separating Sattva from the Purusha, still it is a Vritti and still it is a Sattva Guna. Therefore, it is not ultimate. In the Vedantic language, the intellectual conviction is not ultimate. Means the abhyasa done through the thoughts is not ultimate. And the abhyasa we do through the thoughts that aham brahmasmi is only to reject the aham brahmasmi na asmi, to reject those thoughts. To reject the thoughts aham jivosmi dehosmi. We use aham brahmasmi vritti. But aham brahmasmi vritti is not realization. Vritti rahita aham brahmasmi is realization. So from that vritti rahita brahma sthiti, this aham brahmasmi also a lower step or not? Same here it is said कि यम विवेक ख्याति ही सत्वगुण आत्मिका. It still has got sattva. Therefore, it is viparita. It is viparita in its lakshanas than that of chiti, which is described above. What are the 5 gunas of the chiti? First one is what? Aparinami. But this viveka khyati wala chitta vritti, be attentive. थोड़ा सा रजस तमस लग गया, फिर उसका परिणाम हो जाता है. See, Viveka Khyati is a state of very sublime state. It's called almost Sampragnata Yoga only, where we are able to visualize the separation of the Chiti as well as the Chitta with Vrutthis. That is the state. But it's not the ultimate goal reached, though it is Shuddha Sattva Guna. But the Sattva Guna में आप हो उस समय, guarantee that आप हमें उसी में हमेशा रहोगे. Little disturbance come from Rajatama, immediately the parinama happens in that. Therefore, it is not aparinamini. Therefore, viparita means other than the chiti. It is not as sacred and great as the chiti or the atma. Second, pratisankrama. Again, I said, little attention gone in the viveka khyati. The pratisankramana ho jata hai fir se. The separateness of the chitti as well as the chitta that goes away, they can intermingle again. And it's not darshita vishaya, pure consciousness. And also, it is not ananta. And it is being, because it has got one guna, though it is sattva guna, therefore it is called not shuddha, it is ashuddha. By saying all that, what is said is what? The viveka khyati sthiti is the sthiti of the chitta only, though it is so great. You are so specifically clear about what is the chitta and what is the chiti. Yet it is at the thought level, it is a sattvagunatmika, therefore it is viparita other than the pure chiti, which is aparinamani, apratsankrama, ityad. Therefore, what is the next step to be done after reaching to this viveka khyati level? First, understand that it is not ultimate. Sattvagunatmika cha iyam atah viparita viveka khyati iti. Therefore, ataha, देखो भाष्यकार का तस्याम विरक्तम चित्तम. The chitta which become virakta for that also, because it is not giving the ultimate thing. The viraktam chittam tam api khyatim nirunadhi. Even that knowledge of separation between chiti and the chitta, that also is given up. That is called as nirodha. Tasya paramapi kyatim nirunanti. Matlab kya hai? Even the thought which is specifically giving us the knowledge that this is chitti, this is called chitta, the thought also is redundant. We get vairagya even for that knowledge that separate, there is separation between chitti and chitta. That is called as the paravairagya. In Paravairagya, the beautiful, intellectual, undoubted, Shuddha, Sattva-guna, knowledge or the state of Chitta, where it is able to differentiate between the Sattva and Prakriti, towards that also we have Vairagya, that is called Paravairagya. मतलब उतना कि ये अलग है वो अलग है ज्ञान में मेंटेन करने की इच्छा नहीं है अब अलग करने के ज्ञान की क्या जरूरत है आई हैव टू एंटर इनटू माई सेल्फ फॉर माई लिबरेशन to reach to that even the viveka khyati is also transcended and then without viveka khyati sattva purusha mixture because of which we acting as a jiva and becoming samsari that cannot go away bina viveka khyati ka jiva bhava will not go away what is jiva mixture of sattva and purusha because of absence of viveka khyati what viveka khyati does separates the sattva and purusha and dissolves the jiva bhava. But dissolving jiva bhava also is not the goal. Goal is to know the self. So this viveka khyati, though it is very auspicious, very sacred, even that also we have to give up. Like so many Vedanta, Upanishad Granthas we study. But they all take us very near to Brahman, but doesn't give Anubhava of Brahman. To enter into the Anubhuti of Brahma, we are attentive. All the concepts of Brahma Tattva we have to drop. That's what we are going to discuss tomorrow when Satyam Jnanam Anantam will be explained. It will be a surprise to listen how deeper is that analysis and understanding. Same as it said there. Satyam is a Visheshana of the Brahma without being a Visheshana. Description of the Brahma without being a description of the Brahma. It is only a pointer and indicator. Be attentive. To reach to Brahman, having reached which, if somebody asks what is Brahman, you have to tell that it has Satyam only. So it is Satyam without being Satyam. That's the Vilakshanata there. We will see. Here also, Viveka Khyati, when we get, there is a crystal clear demarcation between Sattva, the Antakarana, and the Chiti, the Purusha. But yet still, there is a danger of it losing. Still, the ultimate is not reached. It is also the part of the guna only. Therefore, towards that also, when we have vairagya, that's called as paravairagya. We have to do. At that paravairagya level, even this अन्यथा ख्याति का भी जरूरत नहीं होता है इसलिए उस अन्यथा ख्याति रूपी चित्त वृत्ति भी निरुद्ध हो जाता है because to experience the self nothing is required anything is an obstruction including the शुद्ध सत्व गुण विवेक ख्याति युक्त चित्त उसकी भी जरूरत नहीं है therefore here he says tasya api viraktam chittam tam api khyatim nirunadhi and tad avastham and that avastha is chittam tadavastham chittam samskara upagam bhavati that is only a potential chitta is there without any expressions from it of any of the vrutthis even the viveka khyati vritti also is dropped that stage is called as saha nirvijah samadhi. This Nirbija Samadhi is called as the Asampragnata Yoga, which is our goal. And why it is called Asampragnata? Dekho, Natatra Kinchita Sampragnayate iti Asampragnataha. There is nothing at that level for the Chiti for knowing, for illuminating. Therefore, it is called Asampragnata. Means what? Even the Viveka Khyati Rupa Chitta Vritti ka bhi nirodh hone se there is nothing remains for the pure self to eliminate. Therefore, there is nothing to remain. Samyak prajna ke liye kuch hai hi nahi. Therefore, it is called as asampragnata yoga. Okay. Na kinchit sampragnayate iti asampragnataha and that's called nirbija samadhi also. In this way, dividaha sa yoga chitta vritti nirodha iti. That's how chitta vritti nirodha rupi yoga is two types. Sampragnata with the Viveka Khyati, where you are absolutely knowing the difference between the Sattva and Chitta. Then Asampragnata, where even for Viveka Khyati we have Vairagya, उसका भी निरोध हो गया. What remains is pure asampragnata yoga or nirvija samadhi, which is again is called as kaivalyam or our reaching the state. But only the words have to be said now. Then what happens to that Purusha, the Chaitanya, the Chiti, which was so far entertaining the things? No, there's nothing for it to illuminate. उसका क्या होगा फिर? क्या ख्याल है? क्या होगा उनकी स्थिति? That becomes the question obvious, and to that the third sutra gives the answer. What happens when all the vritti nirodha has taken place? Okay, when Kshipta Moda Vikshipta Vrutthis are Niruddha, we have come to the Ekagra Bhumika. In that Ekagra Bhumika, Shuddha Sattva Guna, we have done Sattva and Purusha Anyata Khyati. This is called as Sampragnata Yoga. But because it is Sampragnata Yoga, yet though it is Sampragnata Yoga, still it is another great sthiti of the Chitta only, but not the ultimate. Because in the Vritti aspect is there in it, Guna aspect is there in it. Wherever there is Guna or Vritti, it is always subject for change. Therefore, it is not aparinamini, aprasamka yukta, etc. Therefore, what to do? Even that Sampragnata Samadhi, though it is a gateway for Asampragnata Yoga, that also you have to reject. That means the Sampragnata Yoga, or you call it as Viveka Khyati or Shuddha Ekagra Chitta, that also is an abstraction. उसका भी हम जब त्याग करते हैं, वहाँ वैराग्य करते हैं, उसको भी छोड़ देते हैं, then उसका निरुद्ध हो जाता है. In the niruddhavastha only, this nirbija samadhi or asampragnata yoga or atma bhuti or kaivalya prapti happens. These things, when you listen 3, 4, 5 times, then slowly the understanding happens. Then when you close the eyes on the seat of meditation, then we can see the vrittis, what position they are in. Now, already with last few days of talk, some of you on the seat of meditation might be correlating in what stage the chitta is there. In Vedantic Prakriya, we try to, through the Shamadama, quieten mind and senses, enter into the Atma, to Vivek. There, the Vrittiyo ka jada khayal nahi gaya tha. Now, after studying yoga, then any time you can see, like I am closing my eyes. How is my chitta now? That is 30% sattva, then 40% rajas, then 30% tamas. Pata chal jata hai. Then you know, therefore, this tamogani chitta, rajogani chitta, rajotamo yukta chitta has to be eliminated. It has to be brought to be ekagra. And to that only, for that only, variety of sadhanas will be told in the coming mantras. Sadhana to shuru naiva, please remember. We have not at all started the sadhanas. We are only making the ground with a clear understanding. Then what else sadhanas will be told? With that, we will bring the chitta to ekagra bhumi. In the ekagra bhumi of the chitta, shuddha sattva guna chitta, such a beautiful differentiation between these are the vrittis, this is the chitti shakti. And this is all intellectual understanding only. And in that, the limitation of vritti that they are troubled by or influenced by three gunas, that also comes to our understanding. And the chitti is having these 5 lakshanas, that also comes as understanding. Yet, you have not reached to it. You have not become one with it. There is still separation in anubhava from the Paramatma Vastu, and there it is only a vritti saita jnanam, and it is a Shuddha Sattva Guna only, Shuddha Sattva Guna, but still it is a Guna. Therefore, this Viveka Khyati Sthiti, this Sampragnata Samadhi Sthiti, this Shuddha Ekagra Chitta Bhumika ke Karan, separating the Chitti or the Sattva from the Purusha Sthiti is not ultimate. उसका भी हमें त्याग करने से हमको निर्बीज समाधि पहुंच जाते हैं हम. That itself is called, in other words, as asampragnata yoga. That itself is called as kaivalya. So that is the meaning of yoga chitta vritti nirodha in its completeness. Then when all vritti nirodha happened to this chitti shakti, what is his position? With regard to the chitta, he was the illuminator, he was darshita vishaya. Now what the Darshita Vishaya is the one who is illuminating them. To illuminate, they are not there. What happens to him? That is a question. To that, our beautiful third mantra comes. And after that, to that also, Bhashyakara gives the explanation we see. So today, we will only read that mantra. Tomorrow with Bhashya we study. Now, the Bhashyakara's avatarika, like Bhagavan Adi Shankara also gives avatarika, then he explains. It is not the Vyasa Bhagavan is copying Adi Shankara. It is Adi Shankara copied Vyasa. क्योंकि जनरली व्यास भगवान इज बिफोर आदिशंकर. आदिशंकर भगवान तो 8वां 6ठे सदी में, ये तो पत्न कब की बात हो रही है, around 1000 years before Christ and all. These all are given. So tat tad avaste chetasi विषय अभावात् बुद्धिबोध आत्मा पुरुषः किम स्वभावः. सी बुद्धि और बोध आत्मा, बुद्धि के बोध को जानने वाला आत्मा जब सारे वृत्तियों का निरोध हो गया, उसका ख्याल क्या है, उसका हाल क्या है. मैंने सुना है ना, उसका एक्सीडेंट हो गया, हॉस्पिटल में दाखिल हो गया, 1 महीना हो गया, अब हाल क्या है उसका. बस दिस विल एक्सप्लेन टुमारो. What is the meaning of तदवस्थे चेतसी, what is the meaning of विषय अभाव, what is the meaning of बुद्धिबोध आत्मा, ये सब कल बताएंगे. सब्जेक्ट इज नॉट ओवर. बट इंट्रोडक्शन में वो कहकर ही इंट्रोड्यूसेस द सूत्र. देन दैट पुरुष किम स्वभावः इति आंसर. तदा द्रष्टुः स्वरूपे अवस्थानम, तदा द्रष्टुः स्वरूपे अवस्थानम, तदा द्रष्टुः स्वरूपे अवस्थानम, तदा द्रष्टुः स्वरूपे अवस्थानम. At that moment of all the vrittis are niruddha, even ekagra yutti niruddha, even संप्रज्ञात समाधि और विवेक ख्याति भी छोड़ दिया. So tada what will happen? Drashtu swarupe avasthanam. The drashta who was doing all this sadhana so far, swarupe in his own essential self, which is Parabrahma or Sachidananda avasthanam, he gets established in that. If he doesn't do that, Swarupa avasthanam, and the chitta vrittis are not niruddha, when they are in utthana sthiti, what happens to the chitta vrittis and what happens to this purusha? That will be the 4th sutra. And after these 4 are over, the conviction comes. Therefore, to establish the self is the goal, whether chitta vritti nirodha is the means. Then how to achieve chitta vritti nirodha is asked, then the entire yoga sadhanas are told. Again, every day we will repeat the thing till that subject thoroughly enters in us. If not 100%, at least थोड़ा ख्याल तो आने लगेगा. More interested you are, listen 3-4 times, then you will clearly understand what is said. Thank you. Today we'll stop here. Tomorrow, Tadadashtu Swarupa Avasthanam, the 3rd sutra's explanation with Vyasa Bhashya. We'll see. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. बोलो समस्त वेदांत योग आचार्य की जय. सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय. Enough.